Honey, whatever happened to Geraldine? I think she's out of sight. Welcome back, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, to the super not funny show reviews. It is I, Mo Thépuppét. Today I'm taking a look at the latest episode of WandaVision from Marvel Studios, streaming on Disney+. This is episode 3, now in color. Looks like Marvel got wise and actually titled the episodes, so stupid people like me on the internet won't just make up dumb alternate titles. Yeah, see previous review for that. Well, was this good or bad? Is it worth your time? Let's dive right in. And now the story really begins. No, seriously. In this episode, the show stopped just hinting at things being very wrong and came out and just said it. Now in color directly follows on the end of the previous episode, where Wanda was not just pregnant, but months along, and she's growing by the hour. Well, she and Vision, they shrug off the oddness of an overnight pregnancy. I guess that happens a lot when you're an Avenger. But they've shrugged that off in favor of getting their house and themselves ready for the baby. And of course, because this is a sitcom, hijinks ensue. And at the end, we get a really big revelation. It's pretty clear, though, from the way this episode proceeded, that cracks in the facade are starting to show. You see neighbors Herbert, Agnes, and Geraldine, who have small but important roles in exposing these cracks. And we also see that Vision is starting to notice. The episode actually functioned as a reasonably fun little 70s sitcom. All the tropes of expecting parents are there. Whoa, women sure do nest. Oh, man, we can't change diapers. Oh, no. Plus the retro fashions and the pretty unconvincing TV sets. So, yeah, a 70s sitcom. Well, and even the episode intro was pretty great, with shades of Mary Tyler Moore and the Brady Bunch. And even the laugh track really added to the atmosphere of the episode. And it really made the moments when reality was shattered by the fake reality was shattered by the truth so very effective. There's an obvious tension or dread playing through the whole episode. And you get the feeling that Wanda is trying to smother it with her lightheartedness. Not very effectively in some cases. As in previous episodes, the director, Matt Shakman, plays with the camera to signal when the line between fantasy and reality is crossed. And notice that the 4:3 ratio of the show changes to 16:9 letterbox when that happens. More brilliantly, there was a moment when the show seemed to have a hiccup and rewind, as if to acknowledge that it knows that we are streaming it. And I don't know about you, I literally had to stop and rewind to make sure that the stream hadn't just hiccuped or anything. It's pretty brilliant. So, what did we get wrong? What did we get right? Let's go with the wrong. The episode, like the first two, it's a little baffling. If you don't really know what to look for, if you don't know what to expect, it's very baffling. And your expectations for the MCU kind of flavor is being met, but not in the way you really think you're going to be getting it. It's very unexpected in the ways that it presents the MCU flavor, and it takes a little time to process. I personally have to watch the show twice to really kind of get it. Still no superheroics. There's powers, yes, but no superheroics. It makes you wonder what's going on, really. Though it does move forward, the show continues to slow walk the plot. This maybe as a function of the fact that it's presenting everything through sitcom episodes and actually has to be a sitcom, but still, the plot is only barely really starting to move forward. And lastly, just not enough Kathryn Hahn. She was really great in the first two episodes. Here she's a side player, even maybe even background, and that's unfortunate. So what did the episode get right? Well, Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany continue to kill it. They are killing it. Wanda and Vision are just so fun to watch, especially since we know they're playing roles and not actually acting like the real Wanda and Vision, except in very tiny moments that peek through. And more of the jokes actually land, so they may be lame little jokes and expected, but they're actually pretty funny. And I think I point to Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany because they are really the main two you see in this episode. The set and costume design, it continues to be great. It just feels pitch perfect the way everything looks, everything sounds, just exactly like it could sit right next to the Brady Bunch and you wouldn't even know that there was a difference. And of course, the huge revelation at the end of the episode. Huge revelation. So, overall, I enjoyed this episode, and I really think you will too, but with a caveat. Check your MCU expectations at the door and watch the show for what it is. If you are doing more than that, you're heading for disappointment. This show is its own thing. It sort of explicitly says that every episode when it gives you a pseudo Nick at Night rerun. But thankfully in this episode we finally get a decent idea about what is actually going on, what the show actually is. There's a lot of lighthearted fun, some endearing moments, plus some dread, some existential dread as we've been expecting, and a couple of big pop moments. This show works because we like Vision and Wanda so much and have a lot of reason to be afraid for them because something just doesn't feel right. However, I think it's used up its goodwill in terms of story progression, and in the coming episodes, it really, really needs to get moving. The plot needs to move forward. So those are my basically unspoiler thoughts, and if you can stop the video right now and that will be good for you if you haven't watched it. But if you haven't watched it, follow me on to some really some more points of interest, things that I noticed. So, spoiler alert from here on out. I'm going to be talking about specifics of the show. Okay. Are they gone? They gone? Okay, cool. So, Geraldine, man, that of course we know it's really Monica Rambeau, but Geraldine, that her knowing that Pietro was killed by Ultron and then getting kicked out of the town, well, it really kind of suggests that Wanda knows what's going on, or even in the back of her mind, well enough to know when someone's infiltrating. That is probably why Agnes and Herbert are really kind of keeping it on the low when they're talking to themselves. It's, again, she literally stopped time and rewound it so that Vision doesn't know what's going on. Is this evidence that Vision isn't real? She had 2 freaking babies in a day. Go. I mean, do we need any more evidence she's making shit up here? We see a little more of Hydra infiltration in the ads. The Hydra soap, like the Calgon Take Me Away, that it's on the nose as hell. I just wonder, does this mean Hydra is fucking with her, or is this her subconscious filling in the blanks with the stuff she knows? I'm sure we'll find out. Questions that are raised in this episode, besides, are the kids real? Is Vision real? Why couldn't that stork be banished? What's so great about it that her magic doesn't work on it? We don't know, but that's a huge point. Finally, everyone else seems to be able to remember or have some inkling that something's wrong and something's different. But Vision. So again, more evidence maybe Vision isn't really real. And that really makes this show pretty damn tragic, if you ask me. Well, those are all my spoiler thoughts, comments. It's, as I said, this show, it gives some more reason to stick around. It just needs to really push the plot forward some more. And I'm really interested to see its take on 80s sitcoms, and really to reveal who, well, Monica and Sword and all this other stuff. So that's what I'm really looking forward to. We shall see next week for episode 4. Either way, that's been my review of WandaVision episode 3, now in color, streaming on Disney Plus. Did you like my review? Did you not like it? Got any comments? Well, you can hit me up down in the comments, or you can shoot me a message on email, supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com, or on Twitter, supernotfunnys1. I would love to hear from you. That's all for now, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags. I'll be back again for another review on the Super Not Funny Show Reviews. Catch you on the side of the thread. Peace.